Nancy Wake, affectionately known as the White Mouse, stands as one of the most extraordinary figures of World War II. Born on August 30, 1912, in Wellington, New Zealand, and raised in Australia, Nancy was a free spirit from a young age. She defied convention, leaving home at just 16 to work as a nurse and later a journalist in Europe. Her experiences in Paris in the late 1930s introduced her to the grim realities of Nazi oppression, igniting a fierce desire to fight back. When Germany invaded France in May 1940, Wake was living in the heart of Paris. The once vibrant city transformed into a hushed landscape under occupation. Wake was determined not to be a passive observer. "I couldn't bear the thought of living in a world where men could do this to each other," she later recalled. Her life changed forever as she became a key operative in the French resistance. As the Gestapo intensified their grip on France, Wake's courage and resourcefulness came to the forefront. She coordinated efforts to smuggle downed Allied pilots out of France, guiding them across the treacherous Pyrenees Mountains into Spain. With a price on her head, she became adept at evading capture, earning the nickname White Mouse for her elusive nature. "I was very lucky," she would say. "I was so much a woman that I didn't really think of myself as a hero." Her involvement in the resistance escalated, and in 1943, she was forced to flee to England to escape the Gestapo. There, she joined the Special Operations Executive, a British espionage agency, which trained her in advanced sabotage techniques and guerrilla warfare. It was here that Wake's natural leadership abilities began to shine. "You don't get what you want by sitting on your ass," she would assert, embodying the spirit of determination that defined her. In 1944, Nancy Wake parachuted back into France, prepared to lead the resistance in the crucial months leading up to D-Day. She assumed command of 7,000 Maquis fighters, launching daring attacks against German troops. Her tactical brilliance was evident in her ability to mobilize and inspire those around her, often saying, "You just have to get out there and do it." One of her most legendary exploits occurred during a critical mission when her team lost their radio codes. With the enemy closing in, Wake embarked on a perilous 300-mile bicycle ride through hostile territory to retrieve the new codes. Despite the constant threat of capture, she succeeded and returned to her base with the vital information. "I knew I had to do it. There was no one else," she reflected on that harrowing journey. Her leadership and bravery during the war did not go unnoticed. Wake participated in numerous guerrilla operations, sabotaging rail lines, ambushing German convoys, and blowing up bridges to disrupt enemy supply lines. Her unyielding spirit and strategic prowess earned her several commendations, making her one of the most decorated women of the war. Despite the accolades, Wake remained humble, often downplaying her contributions. "I did what I had to do, and I didn't look back," she would say. Her story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the impact one person can have in the face of tyranny. After the war, Nancy Wake settled in London, eventually marrying a French industrialist. She lived a quiet life, but her legacy as a fearless fighter for freedom continued to inspire generations. In her later years, she often reflected on her experiences, saying, "I will never be sorry for what I did. I did what I had to do." Nancy Wake passed away on August 7, 2011, at the age of 98. But her legacy lives on, a symbol of bravery, cunning, and the relentless fight against oppression. Her extraordinary life reminds us that even in the darkest of times, one individual can make a difference.